Welcome back to another video. It is Wednesday evening, it is 20 to 6. Overall, I'm in a pretty good mood. I did get caught in the rain big time today on the dog walk, so hair is a mess. I've finally warmed up and then I came out here to train, so that's great. Just gonna sit and give you guys an update as the room kind of heats up with the heater on in the background that you can probably hear. But no, I'm feeling good. I'm actually looking forward to this session. SBD on Sunday felt really good, so I'm looking forward to today's SBD. Can't speak apparently. Yeah, overall, I'm feeling pretty good. My hamstring issue hasn't been amazing today. Just walking the dog, generally just walking around. I had to pop out earlier as well, and I just found walking incredibly uncomfortable. And I'm definitely starting to compensate for where that leg is just in pain, and I'm obviously just walking a little bit off because my knee then started to ache quite a lot while I was walking. Feels fine now, I'm not concerned it's going to cause me any problems, but just a bit frustrating and something I am going to be very mindful of. But that's probably the only real negative thing. I definitely have major curtains going on right now, but we're fine with that. Plan for today, I've got fairly light across the board, to be fair, nothing particularly heavy, and with how good squats felt at the weekend with my narrower stance, I'm hoping these squats feel super breezy and I can just crack on and get everything done really quickly. I've got 2 triples on squats, a triple at 145 and 155, and then I've got 3x6 at 135, all set loads, so I don't get a say in those, just gonna load those up, get them done. 3x5 bench at 85, also a set load. And then I've got sumo deadlifts that are not a set load. I've got a top triple at an RPE 5. And last week for an RPE 5, I did 145. So this week I'll probably just chuck an extra 5 on and do 150. Especially with how crisp deadlifts felt at the weekend. If I can replicate that today, 150 should be more than comfortable for a pause triple. And then I've got a set percentage back off for 3x3 paused, and I'll just do 130 for that if I do 150 for the top set. Then I'm gonna pop to the gym, do my accessories there, but it's a very short accessory session, get some more cardio done. Did 20 minutes yesterday, we'll do 20 minutes today. But yeah, I'm feeling overall good, I will say. I did say this yesterday and then I had a very average session, but that's fine. We're just gonna forget that that happened. Average doesn't mean bad, so that's not a problem. But yeah, I'm feeling good. Looking forward to seeing how squats feel. I'm quite excited by every time I have to squat at the moment, just because I think they're clicking again, and I don't wanna jinx it, but I think they're clicking again. And I'm quite excited to just try and keep replicating that really good feeling when I'm squatting. And then bench and deadlifts are super light, so as soon as I finish squatting, even though I know the 3x6, even though it's so light for me, is gonna suck because it's the 3x6. Bench and deadlifts will literally take me 20 minutes to get through because I can just literally rush through those. So that is all fine. And then yeah, gonna go to the gym, do accessories, cardio. Need to pop to Asda before we come home as well, just get a couple of bits. But body weight is doing exactly what we need it to. So on day 3 of having my calories upped a little bit, so currently on 2,000 during the week and then 2,200 on weekends. And this is day 3 of 2,000 calories, and body weight is still slowly dropping. I'm sitting about half a kilo lighter than I was this time last week, which is the general trend during the week. And then I have a significant drop on the weekends, just where my sleep and things are better and my stress levels generally are a little bit lower. So hopefully that means that we see an 85 this weekend, which will be ahead of schedule, but I've been ahead of schedule this entire time. And actually the smaller the cut I have to do, the happier I'll be. Within reason, we still wanted to increase my calories again before we do the gut cut, because obviously the more gut volume there is to cut from, the more successful it's going to be. Whereas when I was on 1,700 calories, yes, I could probably have dieted closer to the weight class, but there would have still been some level of manipulation, and I don't particularly want to gut cut on 1,700 calories. So it's good to have my calories a little bit higher again. This is a pretty standard amount for me when I'm trying to diet down anyway, so I should still drop reasonably quickly on these, but we'll just kind of see. I am struggling with steps because of my hamstring issue. Genuinely, I walked Zuko, our dog, for 35 minutes earlier, and my knee and my hamstring were in quite a lot of pain. My knee's more of an ache, but my hamstring was throbbing. It's fine now I'm home, so it's not like it's continued, but just concerned how that's going to be, because it does seem to be getting kind of more intense pain, even though I am doing more to kind of rehab it and stuff. But I do think I'm probably going to have to accept that I need a few days off from walking, which is also going to be difficult because I do have a 18-month-old husky indoors, but my boyfriend will walk him, obviously. I would put myself through pain if it meant that he would still get his walks. I wouldn't let him not have his walks that he needs. Also, my house would be destroyed. So probably just get my boyfriend to cover those for at least a good few days. I'm going to try and push it out until British bench weekend, because I'm going to be gone for a few days anyway. And then when I get back, if it's still feels like it needs a bit more resting, then I can get him to walk him or ask him to walk him for a few more days. But I kind of need to keep my steps up until comp, because if not, I'm going to have to go to the gym more to do more cardio to keep my expenditure up. So we will see, but I am still averaging 10,000 plus steps a day, so that is good. Like, I am happy with that. I do think post-comp I'll just have to drop them for a bit just to let myself heal up. But overall, yeah, we're good. We're in a good spot. Everything's coming together. I'm nearly at the finish line. It's like 2.5 weeks until British Bench is done, and then I can go into maintenance for a while. I am definitely thinking finding, since upping my food, my appetite has increased. The last couple of days I felt really hungry, but I am aware that Tuesdays, Wednesdays, that is generally the trend, because although I have been really good for trying to get more sleep every single weeknight, like I've been in bed for 9 hours, not asleep for 9 hours, I will say. I think most nights I'm averaging about 7.5, I would say, including waking up a couple times in the night though. And then last night I did actually wake up twice in the night, and then Zuko woke up at 6, which was half an hour before my alarm went off. To go out to the toilet. My boyfriend did get up with him, but obviously that woke me up anyway. But I was up twice last night again, and I struggled to get back to sleep the last 2 nights, which hasn't happened for a while, but that will obviously have an impact too. So I'm hoping I can get back on top of that. I've really slacked with my supplements and stuff as well, like my multivitamins and things. Like, I was taking magnesium, although I actually think my sleep quality was better without the magnesium. But like my omega-3s, everything that I was taking, vitamin D, I'm not going to list everything because I will forget. I've not taken them in about 3 weeks, so not ideal. I've just kind of accepted that I'm not taking them right now, and we'll deal with it after. But anyway, those were my updates. Nothing particularly interesting. I'm feeling good though. Like, I'm happy. Like, it feels so nice to be sitting here saying that after this session last week, I was in a pretty foul mood. So to come in a week later and my mood and mindset have completely shifted. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like I'm seeing a lot of lifters, obviously, like Powerlifting American Nationals is coming up, so people are posting their heavy training and things. Obviously, Sheffield's just been, like, I think this is a good time of year for motivation in powerlifting. Comp dates are being released. I worked out that it's literally like 10 weeks after British Bench that I'm doing All England, so there's hardly any time between the two, which is a good thing, because I am excited to go back and do like a full power comp again and hopefully get a bit of redemption for the last few not being great. Like the 3 comps I did last year, just like the second and third weren't awful. All Englands and British weren't awful, but they weren't good. And powering through that I did like first was dreadful. Like, my performance was awful. So I just need a good experience on the platform, which is why I'm glad I signed up for a bench only as well. So anyway, that was a lot of talking, not a lot of interesting information. I'm going to stop talking and I will show you guys my heaviest lifts.
I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, just tell me where. Damn, I'm a long way home at a split road. Gotta make a choice, do I sober up? Am I tryna keep it going to be continued, or am I tryna lose? Gonna keep moving now. I don't think I wanna leave at a tough week. Gotta realize this is what I need. Don't got the time to be counting sheep. It's too late, I'm in too deep. Don't wanna contemplate, overcomplicate this. And I made my choice, wanna see what's going on. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, I'll be there. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, just tell me where. Just tell me where. Ay, oh no. 머뭇거릴 시간 없어. 필수적인, this is my only answer.
Okay, so session is done. I would say that was just a very average session, to be honest. My hamstring was quite painful throughout, and when I was deadlifting, I was actually a little bit nervous, and I do feel like it got a little bit worse from deadlifting, which is why I'm kind of awkwardly sitting now trying to like stretch it out slightly. But strength-wise, I felt decent. I think this is a day, like it's my secondary day anyway, things don't have to feel perfect. Squats were fine, weight moved comfortably, just kind of took my time. I'm definitely finding now that I'm lighter, having my stance super narrow again, my brace and everything just feels so much more solid. I do think I was forcing my grip a little bit too tight or like too close on the bar because my elbows were a little bit tender after, which I haven't had for a long time. Like I was struggling with elbow tendonitis for like a solid year, well, most of last year pretty much, and some of the year before, and it was really, really bad at one point, where now, like I haven't really dealt with it for probably like the last 6 months, I would say. It's been pretty much fine. The last 2-3, I haven't really noticed it at all. So I did notice them tonight, and I'm going to be very conscious to make sure that when I'm gripping the bar on squats, I am gripping it and not being lazy. Set my grip a tiny bit wider than I did tonight. But generally speaking, now that I'm narrower, I feel so much more stacked under the bar. I'm holding my position way better. Depth looks fine from my angle, and the angle I film from on my phone is not forgiving at all. Like generally my squats look borderline at best, but actually they looked in on that camera today. So happy with that. And yeah, I just feel strong. Like my brace feels really solid, even though I'm down another belt hole, like for the evening time as well. Like if I trained in the morning, I'd probably be down another one. So I'm very happy that my brace still feels super solid, even though I've lost this much weight. And I do feel like we are on the right path with squat. I don't know why I'm sitting here with my hand like this. I do feel like we're on the right path for squats. So I'm happy with that. My 3x6 at 135 was fine. Like it's never fun, but it's easy. Like I can't complain about it. I just had to get it done. Bench never feels amazing on this day. Even though 85 for fives for me is literally like nothing, it never feels super good because I do a lot of upper accessories on a Tuesday. So yesterday I did quite a lot of upper accessories. I really pushed my dumbbell press yesterday. So just carrying that extra fatigue into this session does make me feel a little bit worse on bench, but like it's moving absolutely fine. There's just like a little bit of tightness at my chest and stuff. So that's fine. And then yeah, sumo didn't feel incredible, but didn't feel terrible. And actually by the final triple at 130, which is my back offs, it was fine. I think I was just nervous about my hamstring, to be honest. So I wasn't quite setting myself right. And when I was leaning over to hinge into position before I then wedged and kind of pulled the slack, I did feel conscious of my hamstring and a bit nervous of it. So I think that was part of the problem there, but they moved fine. And actually last week on this session, nothing felt great. And then my primary day felt fantastic. So I'm just going to kind of hope that that's going to be the same this week. And this week definitely felt better than last week. So I'm not mad at it. All is fine. I've got a couple of accessories I need to do quickly before I head to the gym to the rest of my accessories, because I do not want to wait for a cable machine in a commercial gym this time of year. So yeah, I will wrap the video up here. Thank you very much if you've made it to the end. I really appreciate it. And I will see you in a few days for the next one.
Yeah, my body keeps telling me go. Wanna be stacking towers from downtown. I'll be on a roll. Money soaking, it's a rush hour. This, that, overtime, champagne shower. Step back, skip lines, yeah, I'm never going cold. 어디 가야 해, 알려줘. Don't wanna contemplate, overcomplicate this.